Amir has asked me to do a little demonstration as I wear a lot of Magnamix and I just am a firm believer in just what a game changer they are in my life. So today I wanted to kind of walk you through some steps to perfect application of the Magnamix lashes, as well as some frequently asked questions that they've provided me, kind of just show you the ropes. This is a new process, just like anything, so it definitely practice makes perfect. And there are some like little hiccups or barrier to entry, like user error type things. So I figured that I would help them out by making this video for you. So first things first, you're gonna receive the case and you have your left and right lash. This is gonna be confusing at first for a lot of people because I know when I received it, I was like, I've heard about this. I know that one magnet goes on top, another magnet goes on bottom. So is this it? And yes, it is. Short answer, yes. So when you pull the lashes out of the case, you're going to kind of see, I've been wearing these a lot, let's see. So you're going to kind of see that there is a double band. Come on, focus, there we go. A double band. This is because you have the top and bottom already connected. Excuse my dirty fingers, I work outside. So what I do is I kind of just roll my finger and get the magnets to separate. So kind of like a this motion. And I do that for each magnet. I start with the middle just because it separates a little easier that way. And then you have your top and bottom lashes. Once you have them separated, you have two lashes. You're going to identify, as you can see, there's like a raised magnet on one of the sides and one side is flat. The flat side is going to apply to the lash applicator. This is going to solve a lot, like I cannot stress this enough. The magnet with the raised side is going to face the center part of the applicator. The flat side of the magnet is going to directly apply to the magnet on the applicator. This will easily solve all your questions about which one's the top, which one's the bottom. All of those will be answered by that. Once I figured that out, I was like golden. I'm gonna make this look easy, but I promise you, if it can be easy for me, it can be easy for you. I just have done this a million times. So your applicator you have up and down. Again, I've identified that which side has the raised magnet and which side has the flat. Once my camera focuses, but you guys get the point. So I'm going to take the flat side, and in this case, when I hold the lash as it looks, how it would go on an eye, you see that, then I'm holding it that way with the raised magnet is on my thumb, which means this is my top lash. My bottom lash is also, okay, this is how they're worn, this is how a natural eyelash looks. My index finger is on the raised magnet, so this is the bottom. You don't need to know which finger it's touching, but it's just another side tip. Generally, if your raised magnet, let's see, if your raised magnet is on the side that's gonna touch your natural lash, and the flat magnet should be on the bottom on the applicator. So that is how to get it on the applicator. Once you have that, you are 90% of the way there. I'm gonna go ahead and just remove my halo lashes and I'm gonna put them back in my case. There we go. Next, so let me see. Okay, I do have another applicator. The first thing that I recommend to my friends that have tried this out is like, if you are a nervous eye type person, like I think like I have a couple of friends that are like, oh, I don't even like putting contacts in, or like my mom like can't stand it. Take your applicator and just like for fun, like feel what it feels like to just like pinch your eyelash. Like place it up against your eye, like become friends with this thing. Like see like your shape of your eye, like do you need to have it more to the side? Like just kind of feel it out. So that's what I do. Recommend for people who are trying it for the first time and are maybe just a little bit nervous about getting close to your eye. So we have our lashes again. I know that I'm going to place, so I kind of squint, get it on my eyelid. And by eyelid, I mean place the flat part on your eyelid. you are not adhering these to your eyelid. You're adhering them to your natural lash, and it's the magnet's going to pinch around your natural lash. So this part should be lined up against essentially your waterline. Again, back to that, I'm going to squint, kind of place it on my waterline, and I push in, like almost like you're gonna pop your eyeball out, and I look up. Now stretch my eye big. Make sure you push the bottom in. This is the biggest mistake. Push the bottom in so you can get those bottom magnets lined up. You're really up in there in your eye. I promise you everything's gonna be okay. My eye's watering because I'm holding it. Now, next thing, this is the biggest question. You probably are wondering why I still have this on my eye. I'm gonna tell you why, because I used to mess this up so bad, but you're gonna open up the bottom, okay? Now, I have an applicator stuck. Well, it worked out well in that case. Excuse me, but essentially, let me reapply. Sometimes that happens. Trust me, I make this look easy, but I mess up too. I sometimes have to reapply if I was talking or blinking or kind of pulling at my eye while I was doing it. Like, you're going to have sometimes like where your lashes just kind of miss some of your lashes, but I can promise you that when you get the hang of this, it's a lot faster than like lash glue and lash strips, and it's a lot more comfortable. So you just have to be willing to give a new system a try, and then once you do it, I promise you, you'll never go back. So I'm gonna go ahead and go through with another application, just kind of really get it solidified how I want it, really in there. So again, place, I kind of need to go to the outer corner and roll. And then I'm going to blink at the same time that I pull up my applicator. Releases, like we are good. So there's the lash, perfect, applied, right? Now, another thing that I can say is that I do have a very light layer of mascara on. I recommend this. You don't need it, but I do find that it kind of acts as almost like a middleman, like a just an extra adherent to just really kind of make sure that like you're not gonna lose your lash, like it's gonna stay on. Again, not necessary, but it's helpful. So we're gonna do the other eye. Place, lift, clamp, blink as I pull away. There we go. I think that answers applicator removal, lining, adherence. Let me think. Oh, if you're not exactly satisfied with how your lashes look, like I really like my lashes to be like up, like I want them to be visible. Earlier I dropped my eyelash curler. Okay, be right back. Oh, just kidding, it's been right here the whole time. Okay, so again, not necessary. This is dependent on personal preference, the same way like sometimes I will do like a smudge liner. You have two different things. You have a traditional eyelash curler, and then you have Lumiere's thermal, I forget what they call it, but the thermal is basically like a heated eyelash curler. My one negative about this is I wish it opened up a little bit more, but I'll show you tips on how to navigate around that. One con about a metal traditional eyelash curler, if you can already guess, say it. Are you gonna guess it? Okay, yes. Magnets and metal eyelash curler does mean that you do have to be a lot more careful with curling your lashes with this if you're gonna do it while it's on the eye. Pro tip, do it when it's not on your eye. And then that way you don't have to maybe redo a perfect application, like you finally nailed it and then you mess it up with an eyelash curler. But I am gonna show you that it is possible, and it's even possible to just do it right over the magnets. Let me get all the eyelashes in there. I even can feel like the magnets got stuck to my eyelash curler, which is kind of helpful. And then just don't push down too hard, but I'm gonna give it a good squeeze. Like I'm squeezing it. And then same thing as your applicator, you're just gonna kind of blink and wiggle. Perfect. See? So it can be done. It's just like, if you're new at it, it's just a little bit more risky. So I have this on the highest setting just to show you that it can be done. My main pro about this is that when I curl it, it doesn't, like if I put them when I'm done with my Magnaminks, because they are reusable for up to a year if you take good care of them, I don't have to curl it for like a whole week. So it really holds with the heated aspect. Now again, it doesn't open up super well, so you kind of gotta like wiggle them in there and then like look up, make sure it's good, and then don't blink, because like me, if I blinked before, but it's really in there. And then I'm just gonna kind of lightly hold, because it's heated, you do not really need to squeeze that much. Obviously, don't be blinking super aggressively or you're gonna yank your eyelashes. But hold for about 5 to 10 seconds. I kind of sometimes tilt and then release. Okay, so I did miss a couple eyelashes, but it's one of those things where it just, this has a better hold for longer, and this is just more accessible, like you just have it. So those are my two little curler tips for a little more fluffy of a look. What else? Okay, so maintenance. So first of all, it comes with a case for a reason. So these are really great, but if you just like set them in your car console, like they're gonna get real raggedy and it's gonna be harder to keep them and reuse them. So for removal, you're just gonna kind of wiggle from the outer corner. If you wiggle, it's a lot more gentle on the eye, but I could straight up rip this and like it doesn't hurt. It doesn't pull any lashes out. You've got no lash damage. Best thing. And then again, you can wiggle or you can yank. It depends on how sensitive you are. But if you just kind of pull, again, no lash damage, no loss. See the mascara on my thumb. And then put them in your case. So number one best maintenance tool, you can get away with a lot by just putting it in the case. Like this is going to preserve them for a lot longer. Number two, if you want to get up to that 6 months to a year time frame, there's two things that are really important. Number one, washing them. It depends on how hygienic you are. I would say daily, like when you take them off, but if you want to do it once a week, that's fine. My only hesitance about that is that I have mascara on, okay? Especially if it's waterproof. You have mascara, you just pulled off your lashes, which means there's now some little residue of mascara between your magnets. Now that is gonna kind of, like you've seen the way it sticks on your thumb or your hand, it is gonna almost act like a second glue. So if you're not going to wash daily, even if you wash daily, please, please, please pay attention to the fact that when you, these are like your delicate new little favorite little caterpillars, okay? They're durable, but you have to take care of them like you care for them. So my fairy lashes are literally with me. I have a case and they're with me all the time. I even carry another style, so if I want to go out and like change my look from like natural to more dramatic, I do that. So they're your new best friend. You're gonna love them. They're a game changer, I promise. But you're going to make sure that if you want to keep and take care of them, that you treat them like that. So again, using your little, I hate to say it, but I gotta call it, use your booger roll, okay? Your booger roll, and you're gonna kind of spread those magnets like that. That's the most important part, because if you have mascara kind of stuck between those magnets, I really don't want to show you this, but this method of just like getting the edges open and then just like yanking it, you're asking to lose a magnet. So that's kind of the most important part for maintenance if you're not going to clean it frequently. But secondly, you just kind of use any sort of gentle detergent. You can use dish soap, you can use a lash cleaner. I think Lumiere has one. And then you just kind of let them air dry and put them in your case and you're good to go. Again, these are usable for up to six months, up to a year with good maintenance and care. Hopefully this was helpful. I am a diehard Lumiere fan, so I might be biased, but I got a whole get up. So I'm gonna put my back in their case, and I can fit my little applicator on the side here. Again, this is the Magnaminks travel case, by the way. I'm sad though, because like my curler doesn't fit in here, but this one does. So there you are. I hope this was helpful. Please leave comments to let Lumiere know if there's anything that I missed. If you guys like this, I think that we might be doing this more often. So let me know. Hopefully you enjoy them and they change your life the way they changed mine.